Hello everybody, it's the long-awaited Bayonetta review. Not really, but I just wanted to make a video game review with actual gameplay. Agata Bar's on this video, so you might want to check this out. This was actually done on day 14, but was never able to release due to the problems with my Sony Vegas program. So, I hope you guys enjoy.
Hello everybody, this is Darkruler1030 here, and to the right of me, Agata Bar. So, what's up? Now, basically, this is our Bayonetta review, and we just both recently completed it, and we're just basically just here to give you guys a review, to let you know if this game is actually really worth your purchase or not.
Do you think it's worth the purchase?
I would say it's definitely worth a rental, unless if you like the gameplay a lot, that you would want to play it again.
Or maybe you can buy it used.
Or buy it used. I would just say, personally, I'd say wait. Because the video game reviews that you see, like IGN, kind of hyped it up a lot. So basically, you want to talk about the story first?
Well, what real story? The story kind of sucked. I mean, she's an Umbra witch, wakes up 500 years later, doesn't remember anything, and you go through the game and she slowly gets her memory back. And there really wasn't much memory that she got back in the first place.
Also, this game has very lack of cutscenes, which you can tell that they didn't have enough money to create this game because you know how Sega is on its little bankruptcy thingy issue. So basically, most of the scenes in the game don't have talking. It's just basically kind of like old style film, which kind of sucks and takes it away from the game.
You know what else takes it away from the game?
What?
When you're supposedly invisible, yet people still see you.
Yeah, that's another thing, but we really can't get into that because I kind of ruined some stuff.
What is it ruin?
I don't know.
Okay, well then we just won't get into it.
Okay, basically, you're this witch, I guess, made a deal with the devil. I didn't even understand the story. I was just trying to beat the game just to get in time to do the review. Anthony knows more of the story because he had more time with it. He got it a week early, so yeah.
I think you're jealous that I got it a week early.
Whatever, shut up. Anyways, that is gameplay. One of the strongest points of Bayonetta, right there and then. Kind of has a Devil May Cry feeling to it, which actually is not bad. It's not a complete copy or knockoff of it, but it is very, very good. You can basically jump cancel just like in Devil May Cry.
But the dodging was probably the best part about the game. How
yeah,
you were able to dodge at any point of a combo.
If you're in the middle of a combo, you can actually dodge. Like if somebody's in a combo with you, you can dodge. If you dodge at the right timing, it creates something called the witch time mode, which basically turns the screen all purple and slows everything down so you can do your combo, which it doesn't last for a very long time, but it helps you get the aerial combo that you need and stuff. So, yeah.
See, I don't know about you, but I had a lot of trouble doing the combos. Most of the games that I play are first-person shooting games, so I'm not used to pressing certain buttons in certain orders for combos. And yeah, during the loading screen, it teaches you how to do the combos, but I was never able to actually implement it into the game, so it made the game a little harder for me.
Yeah, it did.
What was your take on that?
Basically, I knew how to jump cancel because of Devil May Cry. Basically, you have to know the laws of jump canceling. You have to know that you can jump off of monsters.
Well,
so
yeah, I get that, but
since
doing
you can
regular
shoot
combos.
Okay, so if you're doing regular combos, basically I didn't use all the weapons in the game because I didn't know how to get all the weapons in the game. I know, but I got the katana.
That's so sad.
I got the katana.
Katana's the best weapon anyway.
It is. And basically it copies off of Dante's Swordmaster where he does the 1,000 thrust attack.
Yeah.
So basically that's all I kept doing.
Dante likes to thrust.
Yeah, he likes to thrust. Apparently so does Bayonetta.
Change the subject.
Okay, anyways, well, another thing that was a dislike for me, and I'm speaking for me, is that the people that you fight, you end up, like you're fighting one boss. Then the next mission, you're fighting the same exact boss, just in a different location, and then you keep doing that.
Well,
You keep doing that. You know the two-headed dragon, there's a two-headed dragon that you see like 28 times in the freaking game. It's like all the bosses that you fight basically in the next mission become like regular monsters.
That's true.
That's what it was. So you get like these big boss battles that turn into regular monsters. So you get this kind of epic fighting feeling to it.
The first time you fight them, not the second time or the third time or the fourth or fifth time. The first time is epic.
The first time is epic.
After that, it's like,
because
oh, not again.
It's solely focused on them. Also, to your little kids, also, if you guys are planning on getting this game, if your parents are cool enough to let you get this game, because this game is very violent. It's cutting angels in half and knocking them into shreds. It's basically anti-God.
well, now that you seem so angry about it being anti-God and all that, I'm sure the parents won't have a problem with that. They don't seem to have a problem with violence and killing and murder and all that crap, as long as there's no nudity in it. And now you might turn around and say, well, Bayonetta gets naked in the game. She doesn't get naked in the game, by the way.
They cover it.
They cover it with her hair.
No, you can see her bare ass once in the game.
Maybe a brief second,
Not
because
a brief
Sega
second.
doesn't want to cause controversy.
However. Okay, another asset of Bayonetta is difficulty. Now, Anthony can tell you his little thing. I was able to beat the game with no items, on normal, and just basically play through it. With, you know, like I would say I would die like maybe 6 times a mission, but I never give up.
I don't know. I found Bayonetta pretty difficult. Even on normal mode, it was difficult because I wasn't able to get the combos down pat. I was pretty good at dodging, however, so I didn't die as much. But it was annoying that it was taking forever to kill an enemy because I couldn't do combos.
Oh, speaking of forever, that game took forever. This game is like one of those games that if you didn't like the story at all and you just want to beat the game, you know,
it's a chore.
This game, it will end up feeling like a chore to you because this game, it's like it just doesn't want to stop. It just doesn't. It's like you're like right there. It's like 12 o'clock at midnight. You're ready to fall asleep. You're like trying to beat this game. Like, oh my god, I'm on the last mission. I'm on the last mission, and it's not the last mission. It's something else, and then it just keeps going, and keeps going, and keeps
That's
going.
very true.
It is very
true. I was
true.
half expecting even after the credits were ended, after everything was ended, when I brought you back to the main screen, for it to start another mission.
Exactly. It just wants to squeeze every ounce of gameplay, which is good for some people who want to, you know, who didn't want the game to end.
But if it had a story though, then I wouldn't have minded. But the story really sucked.
It really did. I'm sorry. If you guys are gonna take offense to the fact that we're saying that Bayonetta 2's, Bayonetta 1 story sucks. I'm sorry, but it does. It's just, it's interesting and it's definitely worth a check out. So it's definitely, I would say it's a rental.
Definitely a rental.
Not worth $60.
Or maybe not even a rental. Maybe a borrow from your friends and you can get it for free.
Exactly, a borrow, and then you can hold it for as long as you want. Because the game is really not that long. It took Anthony 9 hours, and it took me, I think, like 12 hours. But the reason why it took me 12 hours was because I kept dying and I wasn't paying attention. Hi everybody! So, our final conclusion to this Bayonetta game is
An 8.
an 8.0
Out of 10.
out of 10. Reason why we decided to score it so low to something. But anyways, this game in our perspective is worth a rental, or just borrow it off of your friend who has it. It's a great game to at least experience, but it's not a game that you're going to want to play constantly unless if you're really into the combat system. But if you're really into the combat system, I suggest you stick with the Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Sega did a great job compared to the other crap games that it came out with.
For a Sega game, it's pretty good, but that has to go back to the director, because he's the director of Devil May Cry, so...
I think Sega's last great game was Shinobi's PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It was very hard. That I give it. It was really good. But anyways, guys, that concludes our review, and I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you subscribe and rate. And if you like Agatabar, you can go to his page. Just click on whatever the thing is going to be at, and then you just go right to his page and click subscribe and rate. All right? Peace out.